What's up, guys? It's the solo queue assassin, the person you hate to hear speak because you know it's gonna be something you don't like. NappyHeadMilly, back like a bad habit. Sorry I've been away, but hey, I'm back. Like, share, subscribe because most of you guys that watch my content aren't subscribed to me. So, hey, you want to support another new content creator? If you want to see more Roll Company content, please go ahead and hit a subscription here, or you can follow your boy at twitch.tv/NappyHeadMilly. We're almost at 60 followers over there. It's a new channel. We're growing, but that's besides the point. I just wanted to get my promotionals out the way because this topic, it's not going to be a pretty lie. It's too many of the Roku streamers, YouTubers, I love them all, but they'll tell y'all a pretty lie. I'm going to tell y'all the ugly truth because y'all need to hear the ugly truth. And the ugly truth is, this season is make or break for Roll Company. It's the end all be all. I've said it before. I really mean it this time. This is a make or break season for Roll Company. Nah. I'm going to tell y'all why I feel this way. Because I know a lot of people right now, it's like, well, you got the content in the background. Don't worry about the content in the background. That's just filler for what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. This game is at a point to where I'm not going to say we lost everybody in the community, but it's on its last legs. It's literally on its legs looking down. It's on its hands looking down at the ground, breathing, gasping for air. And it only got two ways to go. You either go further down to where it's laying down and high res just be like, all right, it's going to be another Paladins where we'll just throw characters to the old faithfuls, but we ain't going to really do nothing to promote it or anything like that. Or it can head in an upward trend and high res say, okay, let's actually put our time, money, and invest into it like they did with Smite up until Smite basically dried up. But it's more to this story that players aren't seeing. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. I feel as though a lot of your favorite streamers, your favorite content creators are slightly finding different ways to leave Roll Company. And I know a lot of the people are going to say, well, that doesn't mean this is a make or break thing. However, when content creators leave, especially bigger content creators, that leaves a hole in the community because that's where most of your exposure was coming from. Now, while YouTube is the big to go to, I don't think Roll Company is doing that good minus around 2 or 3 YouTubers. Diehard GG, Raftar, and Clove. I can't even say his name correctly. And then your big streamers, they're kind of already leaving. We haven't seen Frag stream in a minute. We haven't seen Nash stream in a minute. Bop is gone. Bop, shout out to him. He had life stuff and he took care of his stuff. So shout out to you, Bop. But he's gone. All you really got now is Elvin. It's a chick, I don't know her name, and Raftar. It's a chick. It starts with a C. You guys can leave in the comment section. I know it when I see her because she usually streams during the day. I just don't know her name. But numbers have dwindled down in the Roll community, and that's very telling. And that's going back to games like Scavengers and Apex. Apex has a mode that has a lot of systems like Roll Company. Best believe a lot of your bigger Roll Company streamers eventually will go to that mode if they come out with competitive rank for that mode, which from what I was told, Apex is already working on it. So that hurts. That now makes Apex a direct competitor to Roll Company when it wasn't at first because it was a battle royale. Now it's definitely a direct competitor. And then you also, yet again, you have Scavenger, which a lot of people in the Roll community, like Elvin, he definitely was one of the first people to go on the Scavenger, and that really did influence a lot of people playing Roko to say, hey, Roko is a little bit boring, I want to go play Scavenger. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the elephant in the room. I just want to get that out the way because I don't want people to think it's just, I'm saying this content side. I want to get that out the way. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of why this is specifically their last chance. So here's the key 3 things that we need to look at: retention, updates, meta change. Those are the 3 things you need to do, Rogues, There's no if, ands, or buts about it. You need to do this. Retention. You need to find a way to keep your fan base interested in the game. These limited time events are fun and they're amazing and they're good. I love dodgeball. I don't even play limited time events, but when dodgeball come out, I am in that boy. Dodgeball is probably the most fun game mode Rogue has had, period. Nothing touches this mode, but if it only comes around once a week or very solemnly, you know what I'm saying? If it doesn't come around all the time, why would I want to stay? You need to find a way to retain your player base. The best advice I can give you is to stop making limited time events limited. You should see what's your most played limited time events. All right, this is permanent. This is what the community wanted. Y'all wanted it to be permanent. It's here. It's permanent. Don't worry about it. It's here. You have the room to do that. Especially something like Assault. Assault is another good one. Assault by itself could be a ranked mode. Assault should be a ranked mode. You play the bomb. You have to play the bomb. You know, and you gotta protect. It's literally search and destroy and strike out put together. It is such a good mode that it should be a ranked mode, and y'all didn't do it. So you need to find a way to retain your fan base. I get that y'all putting the King of the Hill, but I don't think King of the Hill gonna make it unless yet again you make it a ranked mode and not a limited time event. But that comes down to the higher ups. I understand that. So higher ups, if you ever see this video, make it permanent if you want to keep player retention, because trying to bank off of just strikeout and demolition ain't gonna work. The game gets too stale, gets too boring, and it's not gonna work. Now, updates. Updates is so simple. You should not wait a whole month or 3 weeks or however long. It's usually like 3 weeks to a month to when they update the game, because they want to judge and see how stuff are playing. AKA the devs want to see who they getting their ass whooped by before they make a drastic change like fixture. But that's besides the point. That's just me. You know, I'm still a little bit salty about that fixture change. About time y'all reverted them back. But that's just me. That's just me. But updates. You have to update your games way more than what you do. That goes for bug fixes. That goes for nerfs. That goes for so much. This melee meta, y'all, come on, Scott, you play the game. Scott, you play the game. Like, you literally play the game with the top streamers. Road Company, y'all just made it to where your stream team has to stream on Road Company. Y'all was slick with that. I will talk about that in a whole different video. If this video gets 5 likes, I'll talk about that specific thing in a whole different video. But y'all play the game enough to know that this is a problem. This melee meta that we have is a problem. This intel meta that we have is a problem. Y'all should be trying to shake the meta up every 2 weeks. 2 weeks, it should be the latest. I don't think every week is good enough to judge something, but every 2 weeks you should have a mid-patch. You should have a mid-patch the week before, and then the very next week you should be able to patch, okay, this is too strong. We're going to nerf this by such and such numbers. We're going to monitor it during next week to see how it feels, and then if it feels good, we'll keep it as if. If it feels like it still need work, we'll go ahead and nerf it. You got the perfect view. Look at League of Legends. They do it. Granted, 2 different games, but I'm pretty sure your dev team ain't that fucking busy to nerf one number down. I'm sorry. And I get it. Y'all got to go through the patch notes with Sony and Xbox. That's something y'all should be coordinating immediately. The week before, you should already know what you gonna nerf, so you can already talk to them the week before you drop the patch. You know what I'm saying? But patches are needed in this game. That is a huge problem that the community has as a whole, is that a lot of metas are still in, and then the players are telling you this is a problem, and y'all just ignore it for dumb stuff like, oh, well, we made this reputation for skins that you probably already brought. Like, nobody cares. Patch notes, patch notes, patch notes, patch notes, patch notes, and more patch notes. Fix it. That's all I gotta say on that point. So I'm gonna add one end, because I actually talked about meta changing in the patch notes, I want to talk about buffs and nerfs. That is a make or break, because there's a couple of rogues that they need to really buff to change the meta, and they need to buff them in ways or rework them in ways to where they're favorable and they're not super broken. Now with Fixer is the prime example of the rogue was just broken, and I love Fixer to death. I think he has the most personality out of every rogue in the game, but he was broken as shit, and their rework sounds very good. It's like their rework is what he should have been anyway. A one shot, one kill. That's what I think of when I hear Fixer. One shot, one kill. You're cocky. You're so cocky that you only need one shot. That should have been the wave. That should have been the wave. He should have never came out with 2 shots. I don't know why he came out with 2 shots, but hey, it is what it is. But they need to really find a way to balance out how their roles play. A lot of people say Kestrel is broken. I say Kestrel is one of the most balanced roles that they came out with, period. Because Kestrel is not an easy role to play by any means. By any means. One, she needs the snowball to be even good. 2, her ult takes a lot of skill, precision, knowledge of where somebody's going to be, and the ability to be calm to even hit her ult. Tyler is another one. Tyler, if you cannot aim that arrow or bounce it the correct way, you ain't gonna do nothing with him. If you do not know how to frag, you're not gonna do anything with that role. So they've done it with the latter 2. They also have roles like Vi, and I love Vi to death, but Vi is a little bit broken right now. You also have the intel characters that are a little bit way too powerful. So they need to really find a way to buff and nerf these roles, and that does go into going into these kits and reworking some of these gadgets, reworking some of these perks. Quote should have never been nerfed, or the way it was nerfed. Maybe if you buy Quote, you know, the intel isn't as strong, but it's still, you know, it's a way you balance it. Their balancing is so weird in this game. It's like they don't know how to balance properly, or they attack roles that clearly need a rework. Sigrid is the definition of a role that needs a rework, no matter what you say to me. She is good, but she takes too much work for her to be countered by literally half the cast. Literally half the cast. And people think this melee buff is going to help her. No, it's not. It's not. Because it's up front. Literally. Sigrid's, listen, I'm sorry, this is a side note, but easiest way to work Sigrid. Take Toughen Up, making her passive. That simple. You can keep the Toughen Up perk, making her passive. She takes, 25-30% reduce whatever the fuck it is, melee attack damage. That's what happens. Give her Toughen Up, it goes up to 75. That simple. That's how you fix that role. We solved the case, people. But yeah, those are all the things they need to work on, bro. Because if they don't work on, if any of those things fail, that make or break. Because like I said, Mac ain't gonna be enough to bring just the community back. He's not. He's gonna bring some people back, but after that, it's gonna be like Secret. They're gonna disappear. But yeah, this has been Nappy. Like, share, subscribe. Follow me on twitch.tv/NappyHeadMilly, and I'm out. Peace.